Expired. Senator Roberts.
Thank you, President. My question is to the Minister for Foreign Affairs, Senator Wong. It's based on a constituents' inquiry. Australian journalist Cheng Lei was convicted in China of illegally providing state secrets to overseas parties and imprisoned. Cheng Lei was recently released and arrived back in Australia last week. Minister, can you inform the Senate what role you had personally, your department had, and the Prime Minister had in the release of Cheng Lei?
Thank you, Senator Roberts. Minister Wong.
Thank you, President. I thank the senator for his question, and obviously, as you would expect, this is an issue on which there has been a lot of discussion at various levels with the Chinese authorities urging the return of Ms. Cheng and urging her to be able to return to Australia. I can indicate to you, obviously some of this is at officer level. I can indicate to you, as I said publicly at the time, this was a topic of my first engagement with the then Foreign Minister Wong when I first met him at the first bilateral discussion in Bali. I would make it is the practice of Australian governments to ensure that we raise consular cases with other countries, China included, at all appropriate meetings, and I can indicate to the senator that Ms. Cheng Lei was the subject of representations from me, the Prime Minister and officers, just as other consular cases such as Dr Young and those obviously facing criminal charges. We made those representations at the Prime Minister level, at the Foreign Minister level, at officer level, and we will continue to do so. I would acknowledge also that this is the practice under successive governments, and I spoke to former Senator Payne after I had met Ms. Cheng Lei at the airport to let her know before the news became public. I want to acknowledge, because I acknowledge that she also raised this.
Time for answering has expired. Senator Roberts, first supplementary.
Thank you. The Chinese Ministry of State has posted on Weibo that Cheng Lei had been sentenced to 2 years, 11 months in prison and had been deported after completing her sentence. Minister, your words on Cheng Lei's arrival at the airport, as quoted in The Guardian, made it clear that the government was taking credit for her release, quoting you as saying, "I made them a promise some time ago I would do everything I could to bring her home." Minister, who is telling the truth, you or the Chinese government?
Thank you, Senator Roberts. Minister Wong.
Come on, Malcolm. Who do you think, Malcolm? Come on, Malcolm.
I regret, Senator, and you and I have differences of opinions, but I regret that you would use something I said about what I said to her children in that way.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
I do. No, not seriously. I think that was it was an expression of I hope emotion and a degree of humanity. I think because like all Australians, I wanted to see a mother return to her children. That was also what I said publicly. I don't try. The Chinese legal system has been completed. We have seen what they have said. That is the articulation of the Chinese legal position. What I can say is we made it a priority to make representations, and we did.
Senator Roberts, second supplementary.
Thank you. Minister, is this a case that proves the Albanese government's misinformation and disinformation bill should not exclude government misinformation and disinformation, and instead should include government misinformation and disinformation?
Minister Wong. Senator Roberts, I'm not sure how it relates, but I'm sure the minister will respond as she sees fit.
Senator Roberts, There is no misinformation on our side. There is no disinformation on our side. And what we have said, and if you had actually tracked every engagement I've had with the Chinese authorities and what I've said afterwards when I have articulated, at least in summary version, what I said to the Chinese authorities, what the Prime Minister said to his counterparts, you would know that we have made these representations. You would know that. Now, all I can say is this. This is not a partisan issue. This is not a political issue. This is an issue about an Australian who is now home with her children. And behind her, you know, were many Australians across this country and across the political divide who made the same representations to Chinese authorities at all levels that Australians wanted to see a mother united with her children. And I think that is a good thing. It was a great privilege to have the opportunity to meet.